Rupert Lowe clashes with Labour MPs during explosive parliamentary exchange sparks fly. You're not going to believe what just happened in Parliament. Rupert Lowe, the outspoken former Brexit Party MEP and no stranger to controversy, just clashed head-on with Labour MPs in a scene that had the entire chamber on edge. Voices raised. Tempers flared. And by the end of it, even seasoned political watchers were left stunned by the sheer heat of the moment. It all unfolded just moments ago live on the floor of Parliament during what was supposed to be a routine debate on Labour's latest economic proposals. But let's be honest, this was anything but routine. From the second Lowe stood up, you could tell something was coming. He didn't waste time with pleasantries or political fluff. Instead, he launched into a full-throttle attack not just on Labour's policies, but on what he called their decades-long betrayal of the working class. "You sit there," he said, pointing across the aisle, "pretending to represent the people, but you've sold them out time and again. On borders, on industry, on truth." The room shifted. Shouts echoed back from the Labour benches, jeers, murmurs, even a few audible gasps. And that was just the beginning. Lowe continued, slamming what he called Labour's London elite bubble, accusing them of pushing policies that hurt the very communities they claim to fight for. "Look at the Midlands. Look at the North. People can't heat their homes, but you want to talk about net zero targets and diversity consultants? Give me a break." At this point, a senior Labour MP tried to intervene, but Lowe wasn't having it. "You had your turn. Now listen," he snapped, visibly angry. "You've lost touch, and everyone outside this building knows it. Now let's be clear." Lowe's speech wasn't just loud. It was laser-focused. He called out specific voting records, named names, and even quoted Labour's own manifesto from 2017 to contrast it with the party's current direction. Whether you agree with him or not, you couldn't ignore him. Social media lit up immediately. One tweet read, "Rupert Lowe just took Labour apart in real time. Where was this energy during the Brexit debates?" Another added, "Say what you will about Rupert Lowe, but he says out loud what many are whispering in pubs and cafes across the country." And yet, not everyone was cheering. A former Labour staffer fired back on X. "Lowe represents the politics of division. He thrives on outrage, not solutions. Parliament deserves better than this." And a journalist from The Guardian wrote, "This was performance politics, aggressive, populist, and utterly lacking in policy depth." But here's what matters: the impact. Lowe's fiery intervention has already been clipped, subtitled, and shared across nearly every platform. YouTube, TikTok, X, it's everywhere. In just one clip, barely 90 seconds long, he summed up frustrations that a growing number of voters are starting to feel. That Parliament no longer listens. That party politics has drowned out common sense. That leaders across the board have forgotten the real cost of their decisions. And in that sense, Lowe may have touched a nerve far beyond Westminster. Because this isn't just about Labour. It's about a wider political moment. A moment where trust in politicians is collapsing. Where the cost of living continues to crush households. And where party leaders, red, blue, or otherwise, are struggling to connect with people who feel like they've been left behind. Lowe's attack on Labour? It might have been dramatic, even confrontational. But for a lot of people watching at home, it hit home. Now, to be fair, Labour isn't exactly backing down. Shortly after the exchange, a party spokesperson released a short statement, saying, "Rupert Lowe represents a style of politics we've moved past personal attacks, no vision, no responsibility. Labour is focused on real solutions for working people." But is that enough? Because right now, the real conversation isn't about what Rupert Lowe said, it's about what he exposed. That for all the talk of reform, unity, progress, there is still a deep divide in British politics, not just left versus right, but elite versus ordinary, people versus Parliament. And this moment, this fiery, unexpected eruption in the Commons may be remembered not for who shouted the loudest, but for what it revealed underneath the shouting. That people are tired, that trust is fading, and that if Parliament doesn't change fast it risks losing the one thing that holds the entire system together: legitimacy. So here's the question now. Was Rupert Lowe out of line, or just brutally honest? Is this the beginning of a bigger backlash, one that Labour, and maybe even the Conservatives, aren't prepared for? And if Parliament keeps erupting like this, what does that say about the state of our democracy? One thing's for sure. This wasn't just another debate. It was a warning shot. And it's one the political class would be wise not to ignore.